The array method map iterates through an array and performs a callback function that you give it upon every single item in the array. You can think of it as similar to a for loop. For example, let's say you wanted to go through an array of numbers and create a new array with those numbers doubled. If you were to use a for loop, that might look like this. You could get slightly more sophisticated and use a for each method, which looks like this. Or, using map, you could just do this. This has the same result as the for loop and the for each method, but with less hassle. Let's unpack this. First, we set up a variable that's going to hold a new array. Then, we use our assignment operator. Then, we have the old array that we're basing the new array on. And we use the map method on it. Remember what I said before, map is a higher order function because it takes another function as an argument. And for that argument, we're going to write an arrow function right here, right in the parameter list itself. Let's walk through what map is doing. When you use map, a loop begins, a series of iterations. And this loop will by default start with the first item in the array at index 0. And it will loop as many times as the number of items in the array. Each time it loops, it will go through the array, grab an item, and throw it into this callback function. And this callback function is required to have a parameter of its own. Yes, we're talking about the parameter list of a function that's inside the parameter list of another function. So I chose here to use the letter n for this parameter to stand for number, since I know that I'm going to be iterating through an array of numbers. Whatever name you choose to give this parameter, it will always have as its argument the value of the current item in the array. That means that at the first iteration of the loop, this argument, n, will contain the value of the first item in the array, which is this number 5. And it will perform whatever's in that function. Then it will place the return value of the function, which is 10, as the first item in the new array. Then it will start the second iteration, and this time, n will equal the second item in the array, which is the number 21. It will double that and put that value into the new array as the second item. Then the third iteration, now n is 8, double 8 is 16, so 16 gets put into the third slot in the new array. And the fourth iteration, now n is 100, double 100 is 200, so 200 goes into the last slot in the new array. Then that's all the items that we have in the old array, so the map is finished. To now test your understanding of map and practice using it, go ahead to the code challenge on map.